Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Be Radiant, the place where we build and empower you to live a radiant life. Our desire for you is to live your best life. And the way that we do that here at Be Radiant is we bring practical ideas, practical thoughts and suggestions into your world so that you can begin to live your best life. And we know that this month, the month of May, we are highlighting empowered women. Well, today I was supposed to have a nurse on today to talk to you about being on the front lines in the middle of COVID, and it fell through, which no big deal because I got called into work last night and I was kind of like, well, what do I do? What am I going to do? And the Lord was like, hey, you're a nurse, and hey, you were on the front lines in the middle of COVID, and you are still on the front lines, sister, getting called in on a Friday to go in and work. So here we are today, and I get a chance to talk to you all by myself because I am an empowered woman. My question I've been asking all of our women, remember I says this month, the whole month, I'm wearing my jacket. And it says, as brave as a lion, because a woman who empowers has to be brave. She has to be courageous. She has to be willing. She has to be willing to shout out her sisters and love on those around her. So, an empowered woman, a woman who walks in her authority, who walks courageously, who is not, and I won't say not afraid, because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is going on in spite of fear. So, an empowered woman has been given the authority to walk in her boldness, her beauty, her brilliance, and she does it unafraid in the sense that she walks courageously. So I pray that you all are having moments that you're seeing yourself as empowered women or empowered men if you're on here today. It is so, so good to be in the room with you today. One of the things that I do at the beginning of every year is go to the Lord and I get a word, one word that I hold on to and I build on that year. And it has begun to mean more to me in these last 4 years, because when we lost our son, David, I went to his apartment to clear everything out. My husband and I did, and some of my family. And when we got there on the table, and I always forget to bring it down when I'm going to talk about it, it's upstairs. But on the table was his notebook, and it was open to the page that had 2017, and he had a list of things that he wanted to accomplish that year. And I recognized that he had listened. He had been listening to me. He had been hearing me when I said, you need to plan, you need to lay things out, you need to get that word to help guide you through your year. And so when it came time to begin to honor him and just kind of figure out how to walk and deal with the loss of him, a friend of mine asked me something. She says, what do you want to do on that day, January 1st? Yeah, New Year's Day on January 1st. And so I said, I want to honor him by bringing other people in and giving them an opportunity to start their year off right. Start their year off with their one word, saying, this is how I'm going to move, and this is who and what I will become in the year. And so I always talk about the one word strategy, and we're about to hit June. We're about to be halfway done with 2021. I don't know about you, but it feels like it's flying by. It feels like it's just going so fast. And so it's not too late to recalibrate. So if you made your word at the beginning of the year and you just kind of strayed away from it, it's not too late to recalibrate, get back on track, and figure out how to move forward from here. So I just want to give you a quick action plan on how to put this into place. We're empowered, first of all. I want to empower you, to give you the authority to walk in your boldness, your beauty, and your brilliance, and to begin to be everything you've been called to be in 2021. We're coming off of a rough year, 2020. We can't even say that anymore because we are halfway through with 2021. So we can't go back and refer to what happened in 2020 and say, oh, 2020 was so bad. We have to now begin to walk fully in 2021. And so the first thing we're going to look at when we're talking about getting our one word is we are going to look in. Look in. Let me put that up there so you can write it down. Look in. That's the first step. Looking in. One of the ways that in the book that brought it all and made it just clearer to me, because I've been doing the one word forever, but I found a book called One Word Changes Everything, and it's by John Gordon, Dan Britton, and Jimmy Page. I'll make sure I put that information in the chat. But we've got to look in. We have to unplug. It is not too late. You can still unplug. Take yourself a couple of days where you pull away from Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat and whatever else that's been crowding your world. It could be the binge watching of the Underground Railroad. Yeah, I started it. Oh, it's heavy. But anyway, whatever is catching your attention, pull away, unplug. So look in. And in that process of looking in, you want to ask yourself some questions. The first question is, what do I need? Yes, at the middle of the year, what do I need? What do I need this year to make sure that in December, I'm not at the same place I was in January? So what is it that I need? What do I truly need in my life? Do I need to go back to school? Do I need to change jobs? Do I need to move? What is it that I truly need? Not what do I want, but what do I need in my life that's going to recalibrate, change things, and make sure I don't end up in the same place that I found myself in January. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be the same Valerie in December that I was in January. I don't want that to be my life in December. I have other things that I want to see. So what is it that you need? That's the first question. What is it that you need? Let me type that in for you. What is it that you need? Not what do you want, but what do you need in your life? All right. So in looking in, we're going to ask ourselves some questions. That first question is, what do you need? The second question is, what's in my way? What's in my way? When you're unplugging and quieting all the noise, what's in my way? And a lot of times we look out when we ask that question. When we say, what's in my way? We start looking at, what's going on around me? Who are the people in my life? We start looking out. We instantly point fingers out. But what's in my way? Could it be something going on inside of me that's in my way? Is it my negative self-talk that's in my way? Are there some pains and issues that I have been not willing to face that's in my way? So instead of always pointing our fingers out saying this person or that situation or that circumstance, point inward and say, what's in my way? Is my fear, my doubt, my denial, my pain, is that what's in the way? And if that's what's in the way, we got to start working on that. That's a part of that one word process. We've got to start working on that. And then the last question, when we're looking in, remember the first step in getting our one word is looking in. The last question we want to ask ourselves after we've unplugged is, what needs to go? What needs to go? And one more time, I don't want you pointing fingers at outside situations. Don't immediately say, well, that friend that I thought was a friend really wasn't a friend, so she needs to go or he needs to go. Don't automatically look out. Look in. Remember, we're looking in first. Are there some past pain, some past mistakes, some past, wrong thinking that we need to let go of, that we need to divorce from? Is there something going on inside of us that we need to let go of? I've been talking a lot about living a simplistic lifestyle. Are there some things that we have brought into our lives? Too many shoes, too many this, too many that, and we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. Do we need to let that go? So the first step in getting your one word, and it's not too late because we are halfway through 2021, and we want to end in December differently than we started in January. So the way we're going to get our one word is look in. And the 3 questions we're going to ask ourselves as we look in, remember those questions are, what is it that you need? Not what you want, but what you need. What's in my way? Don't automatically point fingers. Look inside. And the last question there is, what needs to go? What do I need to let go of? Do I need to let go of doubt? Do I need to let go of pain, fear, envy, strife? Do I need to let go of something that's happening on the inside of me? Okay? That's the first step to lead us to our one word, to being empowered for the rest of 2021. So the next step of getting our one word is to look up. We looked in first. You said, well, why did we look in first? Well, you have to look in first. You got to quiet all the noise so that you can actually hear when you look up. Look up. That's your next step. So step 2 is look up. Let me put that up there for you so you can write it down. Look up. We're going to now that we've unplugged everything, we've gotten in touch with what we need, we've gotten in touch with what needs to go, and we've gotten in touch with what's in the way. We've asked ourselves those questions. The next thing is, now that we're unplugged from the television and social media and all that, we need to plug in to our higher power. We need to plug in to God. That's who I consider my higher power. We need to plug in and hear what he has to say. What is it? We asked ourselves in the beginning questions for ourselves, but this time we're going to ask God the question. We're going to say, what is it, Lord, what is it that you want to do in and through me? What is it that you want to do in and through me? In and through me. And that's a really, really big question. Because at this point, you're not just saying, what do you want to do with me? But you're saying, what do you want to do through me? Which means now I'm not just going to be doing this for myself, but this could potentially touch the life of other people. And my question just went away. Let me put it back in there. I'm sorry about that. What do you want to do in and through me? Because at this point, it's not all about you. It's also about those that are around you. And I think I did it right. Let's see. What do you want to do in and through me? Remember, the first step was to look in, ask yourself some questions. What is it? What do I need? Not what do I want? What's in my way? And what do I need to let go of? You've looked in, you've unplugged, you've heard what's going on inside, and now you're looking up and you're asking God, what do you want to do in and through me? What do you want to do in me? How do you want to change me? And how do you want to do something through others around me? And so that's our next step. Look up, look in first, then look up. And then the last step, when God is beginning to talk to you and he's telling you some things, that he wants to see in your life, because you're allowing prayer to become a part of your life. That's how you look up. You begin to pray. Lord, let me hear from you. Let me know what it is that you want to do in my life. And remember, guys, prayer is a conversation. It is not just you talking. It's not just you talking, but it's you listening to what God is saying. So the way we're going to plug in is we're going to ask him, what do you want to do in me and through me? We're going to begin to pray. We're going to say, Lord, take control of this situation. I don't know about you, but I too often try to be the captain of my own ship. I do. I try to take over and try and figure things out. I had a situation, my husband and I just went and had our taxes done. We did it at the last minute because we knew we owed money. And sure enough, we did, but we owed a lot more than we thought. And as I'm looking at that, I start trying to figure it out in my head, and I had to stop, because when I reveal my word to you, you're going to understand why. But I had to stop. And I'm like, okay, Lord, what is it that we need to do? Because I am about to make a mess of this. I'm about to start planning and figuring out. And the Lord just said, be still for a minute. And he began to reveal to me how to walk this out, what it looked like. But that's because I recognize that prayer is not just me talking to God, but it's allowing him to talk to me. So asking him that question, Lord, what do you want to do in me? And what do you want to do through me for people around me? And let him take control and stop trying to be the captain of your own ship. And God has a word for you. Don't just try to figure that what your one word is, because remember, our one word is not about doing, but our one word is about being. Who do I want to be at the end of 2021? What do I want to see change in my life? Like I said, I did this at the beginning of the year, and I invited some people into it with me, and I put their words on my board, and I prayed for them, and I prayed for God to allow them to become their one word. One word is better than 15 goals, because you get these 15 goals and you kind of get lost in the mix. But one word, if you begin to say, let this word lead me, let it run through everything that I do this year, you're going to see some change taking place. And so the last thing, we've unplugged, asked ourselves some questions. We've looked up after that, and we plugged in to God, and we said, what is it that you want to do in and through me? I give you complete control. I want to hear what you have to say. Once we do that and we get our word, it's time for us to look out. It's time for us to start living out loud. It's time for us to start letting people know about our one word. It's time to start saying, wow, this is happening in my life. I see the change. I feel the change. I am the change. And we begin to put it. I have it on the front of my phone because I like to be able to look at it when, look at my word. I put it on pictures. I've written it on things in, on a little Post-it so that I can see it. When I'm in here praying for other people, I want to see what my word is so I can pray for myself. I begin to notice my word. It starts to pop up. There's this thing in the back of our brain called the reticular activating system, the RAS system. Once you start putting something in your head, you start noticing it and paying attention to it. I like to always tell the story of I finally got my Mini Cooper. I've been wanting a Mini Cooper forever. But before I got it, I would look at them when I saw them because it was something that I wanted one day. But God opened the door, and now I own the Mini Cooper. And so now everywhere I'm at, it's just like Mini Coopers are everywhere. But that's because now I own one. And it's stuck in my brain, in that RAS, in the reticular activating system. So I start hearing my word in songs. I start seeing my word when if it's on a billboard in some kind of sentence. The word just comes to it. It's been coming again and again and again. And so just quick rundown. Getting our one word is not too late. We are halfway through with the year 2021. We don't want to end this year the way we started. We want to see progress. So we are going to look in, ask ourselves some questions. And those questions are, what do you need? What's in the way? And remember, that's a lot of times internal. What needs to go? Once again, a lot of times that's internal stuff. Go back and listen to it. And then the second step is to look up, plug into God. We've unplugged from things around us. Let's start asking him, Lord, what is it that you want to do in and through me this year? And then the last thing is look out. Start telling people about your word. Start letting your friends know. Start, writing it down. Like I said, putting it on the front of your phone. Start noticing it in songs. If there's a particular song that's titled your word, play it over and over again until it becomes who you are. And it runs through everything that you do. And just so you know, my word this year is heal. The Lord wants to heal me. He wants to do that in me. And he also wants to use me to heal others. So in me and through me, he wants healing to take place. And so I'm excited about that. And I believe that a part of that healing is talking to you today about being empowered, walking in your beauty, your brilliance, and in your belonging. Stop worrying about stuff and really just walk in everything that God has given you. So get your one word. Type it in. If you're sitting here now and you're thinking about it and you just like, wow, my one word is, go ahead and type it in. And my one word, remember I just told you, is heal. And so part of what I want to do today is to begin to heal in the community of women. Stop being a woman who wants all the attention and all the spotlight and begin to share that spotlight with your sisters. Begin to give them their props and empower them and to see things moving. I have no idea how Restore just came in, but praise the Lord, Restore is in. Restore. So we want to begin to see, I'm going to read some of the words that came in this year through the activity that I do. Heal, of course, for myself. I'm not going to tell you the names because I don't think that's appropriate. But the words that I'm seeing are heal and faith, restoration. So somebody just put in restore, focus, clarity. Clarity. There was a little kid that put in clarity. I said little kid. She's, I think, 11, if I remember correctly. I think she's 11 years old. And her one word for the year is clarity. Our child, y'all. And so then we've got focus. That's also by a little one. I think he's only 7. Yeah. So you better get it right. These kids are going to outdo us. They're empowered and empowering others. Good morning, Virginia. So good to see you in the room. We've got word trust, y'all. Trust. Someone said they want their one word to be trust. They're going to begin to trust themselves and to trust others. And in doing that, you're breaking down walls. Trust. Wow. Participate. That's my honey's word. Participate. And he has been really engaging in things lately. So Thank you, baby. Another word I said faith, selfless. That was a little kid. He wants to become a selfless person. Uh, Anointed, passion, knowing. Oh my goodness. It just goes on. Closer, being closer to God, closer to family, closer to the goals, the vision, closer. Love it. I love it. One, being one with God and being one with others, learning how to walk in this. Just beautiful, beautiful words. Strength, joy, peace, present, consistency. Those are words that came out of our exercise of getting together and beginning to empower each other to live bold, brilliant, beautiful lives, okay? To walk with courage and not be afraid. But like I said, part of what I am doing today is I am letting other women know I believe in you. I have confidence in what God is doing through you. And I want to see you prosper and move forward. And so what did I said I was going to close out today by shouting out some women who are doing some amazing things and have been a part of my life. This year in 2021, they've been doing some amazing things. One of the first ones is Jasmine Edge, and I'm going to put contact information for how you can share in what these women are doing and the brilliance that they're walking in. And let me pull hers up so I can make sure I put it in. The name of her book is Brown Skinned Girl. You can purchase this online at Amazon, and I'm going to copy and paste that into the chat. So if you're online, you can actively go in and pick that up. Let's see. But it's called Brown Skin Girl. It should be popping up. I'll put it on the screen so you can see it. But Brown Skin Girl, and it's by Jasmine Edge. Jasmine Edge is a young lady that she graduated from Spelman College. And she has just finished her master's in psychology. And Jasmine had questions when she was a little girl about her brown skin. And so she wrote a book so that she could tell a little bit about her journey so we could start helping our daughters and granddaughters and great-granddaughters and all of those people in our lives to begin to understand and walk comfortably in the skin that they are in. So Brown Skin Girl, it is in the chat. If you'd like to pick that up, you can do so on Amazon.com. Remember, today I am shouting out my sisters and letting you know the great things that God's doing in their lives. Here's another one, and her name is Askia Jackson. Let me go pull her information up so that I can put it in the chat as well. Askia Jackson is the young lady that I met at it was then called Impact Church. I met her through our, I think, we hadn't even started small groups, but we were talking about doing small groups at church. And I met this young lady and also with another friend of mine, Penny Allison. And this young lady was like, you know, I teach and that's it. There's nothing else. Well, not only is she gone beyond just teaching, I don't think there's just a teacher, but she's written a book about her journey. She's got some special things to reveal about herself in this book. I'm not going to tell you because I want you to go out and get it. And the same thing, you can order this on Amazon as well. So go on to Amazon. If you're on my page now, you can just click on it. It'll take you directly there. But it's called A New Start, and it's talking about relationships. It's talking about living your life with a disability and being okay with that. And this is a great way to start conversations about disabilities and how children should respond to those things. And so these two books, what did I just put it? I just had it in my hand. But this book and Brown Skin Girl, both of them are by educators. And so as educators, they've also included lesson plans and different kinds of activities that you can do with your students or your children or your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, whoever, as you read and share these stories. So I wanted to shout those two women out. So I've got their information in there. You can go and find them. Now, this next person is someone who is near and dear to my heart and who has helped break down some barriers in my life and has helped me become the dream girl that God has always said I was. And it is called I'm a Dream Girl. This young lady, Penny Allison, I call her the dream pusher. She does retreats based off of her book. In fact, the retreats came first and she wrote the book so that people could have a takeaway or something to take home to help them continue their journey. But Penny is a dream pusher, and she helps draw out the dream in you, your God-given dream, not just what you think you want to be, but what does God have to say about it? And so Penny Allison has written a book called I'm a Dream Girl. And you can pick that book up. I have her website there. You can go online and order your book at imadreamgirl.com. Now, what we've noticed and found out during the pandemic is that groups of women were buying this book and they were doing small group studies together. So you don't have to go to a retreat necessarily. If you purchase this book and also get together with a few of your friends and begin to read it, discuss it, pray over it, and ask God to show you your God-given dream. I will tell you that Radiant Church was a part of this retreat. Going to that retreat helped me get clarity on what God was doing in my life. And it has happened for hundreds of women. If you go to that imadreamgirl.com, it'll lead you also to her Facebook page, I'm a Dream Girl. And there she has spent this pandemic interviewing women whose lives have been changed as a result of reading this book or going to one of her retreats. So I do encourage you to pick this up, not by yourself, but you and a group of women. And guess what? Penny will actually come in on one of your nights where you're getting together to talk about the book, because she can come in and give you some additional clarity. So imadreamgirl.com. Go on and get it. You will not regret it. All right. So that's three of my friends that are doing great things. Well, this next one, if you like beautiful art, and this right here is a black and white that she did, and it's called Grandma's Hands. Let me see if I can make it a little bit straighter. It's called Grandma's Hands. I'm going to go ahead and put her in the chat as well. If you're looking to buy a piece of art, when I saw this piece spoke so loud and clear to me, because I have a photo that I took of my mom and me. I took a picture of her hand and my hand together. And when I saw this just made me think about my mom's hands. And I was like, I have to have that picture. And it was a part of a silent auction. And I bid on it over text. I was like, I have to have that. I said, what's the starting bid? And they told me, I says, go ahead and put me in. And I says, I kept bidding until I won. And it's called Grandma's Hands. And this young lady, her name is Margie Marie. And Margie put in her email address so you can contact her. She's also on Facebook. You can go and look at some of the other work she does. She has things that are already produced, and she also does commission work for you. So if you have a particular type of painting that you want, and she doesn't just do black and whites, she does color as well. So I'm shouting out Margie Marie. Go online, find her, send her an email. If you have a portrait that you want her to to put on canvas, or she does sculptures too. Yeah, the young lady is talented. So if you have something that you're looking for, go online to Margie Marie. That's what Margie Marie Art is on Facebook. And then if you want to reach out to her via email, her email is in the chat. Talented young lady, but she is just as beautiful in her spirit as she puts on the canvas. And so I just want to shout out some women today. Now, this next young lady, I just love people, y'all. So she's one of my favorite people too. I tell you. I guess you said, wait a minute now, Valerie. You just said that Penny was your favorite, and now you're saying that this next young person is your favorite. Come on, you gotta stop. You're killing me. You said Margie was your favorite, and now you're saying that, yeah, they're all my favorite. I love them. They are bright, brilliant women who are bold, they're empowered, and they empower other people as well. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna put this in the chat. Let me put it in there because I want you to be able to go. Let me make sure it went in. Wait a second. Did I not copy the link? Okay. There it is. There it is. It should have just popped in. Oh, I popped it in twice. It's Freely Nomadic, and she does t-shirts, and she loves to travel. And so her t-shirts are all about traveling. This particular one, I saw it and I was like, I need it. I love it. I want it. It's one of my favorite cars. It's an Impala. And I love it. It's one of my favorite colors, everything. And it says, I'm always tripping. And so she's like, how do you start a t-shirt company in the middle of a pandemic about travel? I said, this is probably the time to do it because people want to travel and they can't. So this one says, I'm always tripping. Go online, visit her store, buy you a t-shirt about travel, start some conversations about travel. But this one right here is mine, y'all. I'm always tripping. I'm gonna make sure I wear this on my next vacation because I can't wait to go on vacation again soon. So these are some bright, brilliant, beautiful women that are a part of my life, and I wanted to shout them out today. One reason I wanted to shout them out is so that you can understand by giving someone else their props, it does not take anything from you. It doesn't. It doesn't take your shine. It doesn't take your glow, your spirit, your whatever it is. It doesn't take that from you. What it does is it gives light, your light. You are now letting someone else borrow. You're highlighting and lifting someone else up. So by doing this, by shouting out my sisters on here today, what I'm doing is I'm beginning to heal myself and I'm healing others. I'm becoming my one word, which is to heal. We need to begin to recognize that we can love each other, that we can shout each other out, that we can be empowered women who empower other women. So I want you to share this today. Share this today about getting your one word. It's not too late. You got 6 months left in this year. It's not too late to start changing your life fundamentally every day, little bit, by becoming your one word. So share this, share it, and let people know how important it is. And then you start shouting out some of your friends, start shouting out some people in your life that have made a difference. And you're going to see something about yourself. Your glow is going to get brighter. It is just going to get brighter because when I stop and think about the fact that I know Jasmine Edge, who wrote Brown Skin Girl, that I know Askia Jackson, who wrote A New Start, that I know Penny Allison that wrote I'm a Dream Girl, that I know Margie Marie, who could put together such beautiful artwork and just draw you in. Let me just bring that a little closer to you. Look at the details there. It's the wrinkles on the hand, the character. I know her, y'all. And I know Sierra, who put together this beautiful design. I'm always tripping. I know these women, and that empowers me. It makes my glow brighter. So come on, y'all. Let's get our one word. Let's begin to live that one word out. And let's begin to see the last half of this year be much greater and give you better than the first half has. Oh, it looks like my friend is on here. Good morning, C. Good morning, girl. You know, ain't no problem. I love shouting out my girls. I am so glad to see you in the room. Share this, girl. Share this with somebody. It's going to change their life. And so I am ending today. Be radiant, letting you know your one word can change your life and it can change the life of those around you. Share this so that someone else can begin working on their one word for the remainder of this year. And as they get their one word, they are going to begin to shine. And as they shine, they're going to begin to empower others around them to shine, because we know the truth that we're better together. We are better together. And we're going to continue the rest of this month being as brave as a lion. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Don't be afraid to live out loud. Don't be afraid to be all that God has created you to be. And I am so glad that I know you, Virginia Furlow. You are a part of my tribe. You are indeed a part of my tribe. So go online, follow these girls that you see up here, and bless them, okay? And share it with someone else. I love you guys. And like I said, have a great, great Saturday. Go out there and be radiant. Build and empower yourself and others to live a radiant life.